Why am I so dark?
Oh, now you have a camera.
Yeah, I do. There's some kind of. Andrew,
Good morning.
how are you?
Good. I thought I would. I've never been in a financial meeting, so I thought I'd.
You don't know what you're missing.
Yeah. Jump in. See if any of it makes sense to me. So the pressure's on.
Well, half the time it doesn't make sense to me. So with Sharon gone, it's difficult. How was your weekend?
Lovely weather. Got
Yeah,
out and about.
spring has sprung.
Got myself another vintage sewing machine that I don't need, and I'm delighted to have.
A sewing machine?
I have many, yes. I'm a bit of a collector of old
That's-
sewing machines.
That's cool. I had a friend who was a collector of phonographs. He had tons of them.
I
It was
really
fun stuff.
I like technology, but I appreciate the old iron.
Yeah, there's something to be said for the old,
Yeah.
dumb technology, which wasn't so dumb.
Yeah, right. It's amazing what you forget how good we were at doing stuff before we got better.
Yeah, before we let chips do it all for us, or all the thinking anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, John, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, good morning.
Morning.
So we're waiting for John Carmelo. And I'll just tee this off. This is the March 22nd, 2021 Finance Committee meeting about to begin. And I'm working off of a new laptop and I don't have a mouse connected to it. So see how this goes. Hey, Albert, how are you? Wow. Getting quite a crew this morning. That's cool. Let's see.
Morning,
Hey, Suzanne.
Morning.
Tony. My goodness.
Yeah, Tony's
Yeah.
on video. I didn't even comment, but
Yeah, I finally have my new laptop. So
Good to see you.
you shouldn't lie like that.
It's Monday. I can do that.
Okay. So let's see, waiting for John Carmelo. I'm going to just send a friendly reminder. I don't want it to send to that many people.
So is this is a committee meeting or the meeting?
This is Finance Committee.
How come I got invited?
Well, a while back, all board members wanted to know when committee meetings were happening. So if they wanted to join in, they could, and just to stay in the loop. So I know that's been confusing to folks, and I'm trying to figure out a way to send information separately so that everybody's in the same loop, but also not confused. So.
Okay, well, I'm here.
Send this. Oh, all sorts of music. And so John Carmel did say that he could only stay on this for half an hour, so it's going to be a short meeting. And the most important part today is going to be to make a recommendation to the board for the revised 2021 budget. If I can find it. There it'd be, okay. So anyone got any good jokes for Monday morning? I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning, so
Ugh.
lots of coffee.
I've been waking up before the alarm for this whole pandemic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it stress?
I don't know. I don't feel particularly stressed. I sleep well, but frequently, like I fall asleep. I can fall asleep in 5 minutes. But then
Yeah.
when I wake up in the morning, if it's past probably 3, I'm awake.
Yeah, that's kind of what.
I don't. So I don't usually get up at 3, but 4:30 sometimes. This morning 5:15. I'm like, all right, I'm awake. I mean, I feel rested. I don't know. It's weird. But when I worked, maybe I was more stressed when I was working. Oh, I am working, but when I had to go to the office to work, wearing myself out. I don't know. But it's rough.
Yeah, I beat my body up this weekend, so I think that's why I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning. And once I woke up, it was for good.
Doing you getting the yard together in the warm weather?
Well, a little of, not really that much of that, but we have a treadmill that turned into a clothes hanger.
As they do.
Yeah. So I lugged it to my son's house, which was really dumb.
Oh,
Yeah, I got it in my truck by myself, which was kind of stupid of me to do, but it's what I am sometimes.
we sold one
Morning, sorry.
in the fall. That was,
Done.
and it was they can be heavy. I don't know if they're all that heavy, but yeah,
Oh
ours
my
was
God.
probably 250 maybe.
This was,
And we had it upstairs, which was stupid. So we had to get it downstairs.
I had to take mine from upstairs to downstairs
Oh yeah,
to
yeah.
get it in the truck, which wasn't bad. Then I got to my son's house and it's like, oh, there's no way this is going upstairs. So, all right. John and John, do you want me to facilitate the meeting?
Sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So I guess I'll call the meeting to order at 8:25. And I will recognize John Carmelo, John Cubitt as committee members, and Albert Watson, Andrew Cooper, and Suzanne Spellin as board members joining in. Let me just write that down.
Do they want to join the finance committee?
Not particularly.
There's a vacancy.
No,
There's a
thank
vacancy.
you.
So let's see, what do we have? Finance committee. So the wow, approval of the December 15th one. Oh, that's correct. We have not met since December. So I circulated the December 15th, 2020 Finance Committee meeting minutes. Did you guys get a chance to take a look at those? I did not myself.
Just finished them.
Okay.
And looks fine to me.
So that's a,
Good.
okay, so all in favor 2-0, I take it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So the most important thing on the agenda today is the draft 2021 annual budget. We have a 2021 budget that we passed in October, but this is an amended budget, knowing more financial information than we knew then. And it's required to be posted to Paris by the end of this month. So what I need the finance committee to do is, if you're so inclined, is to make a recommendation to the board to approve them for posting to Paris. And it's always a challenge to put this together because, you know, you have some more information than you had in October, but you still don't know what's coming down the road. We're again running into a cash flow crunch. And the primary reason for the cash flow crunch this time around is because the enterprise community would not provide us with the disbursement that included my projections for expenses in this quarter. So we, in effect, have been paying those expenses on our own, which is making things very, very tight. I've been talking to some folks about some gap financing to pull out of 11 Winnie because that's getting close to completion. And that should definitely greatly ease the cash flow problem and give us time until enterprise can issue the next disbursement, which hopefully will be a little bit more accommodating than the last one. So do you guys have that budget in front of you?
I do.
Okay.
The cash flow or the budget? I mean, I got them both. Which one are we looking at?
The 2021 annual program budget.
Yeah, looking at it.
So, and there are additional tabs to that, which I kind of use to try to make sense of the overall budget. So what you're seeing is in Q1, a big deficit for enterprise community funding. And that again is a reflection of the fact that Tanya did not provide a disbursement for all the expenses I was projecting for this quarter. She would only disperse expenses that I had vouchers for, but were not yet paid. So that's what's causing us the cash flow problem right now. So essentially, we've been putting money into projects that EC has not provided us money for, and we need to sell those properties so we can really rectify the cash flow problem. And as you can see, it gets better and better through the course of the year.
Tony, is it a timing thing with them giving us the funds, or are they disapproving of the things we're doing?
Once Tanya realized that we were having cash flow issues, ironically, she said, well, I don't want to give you too much cash if you're having cash flow problems. So that's kind of forced me to start to look at, you know, some gap financing. So the bottom line is, and this is the first time this has ever happened. Usually I submit my quarterly report and I get reimbursed for the expenses for the previous quarter, and the disbursement includes my projection of expenses for the upcoming quarter. And, you know, sometimes not sometimes, we always have a little bit of a discussion about it until we get to a number that she's comfortable with. But this time around, she just said, you know, Tony, I don't feel comfortable including in the disbursement anything more than what you have bills on hand for. And I said, well, Tanya, that's going to make things tough because we're going to have more bills coming in for February and March, and that won't be part of the disbursement. But that's where things landed with her. So let's see. What am I trying to show here? trying to show the gap loan. That should be about 100.
Where is that coming from?
Not quite sure yet. I've been talking to Ameristar, which provides a financial tool that is high interest, but there's no closing costs, and it's money that comes quickly, which is what we need now. And I am not seeing an error. That doesn't make sense to me. Got to be an error. Revenue. I'm not sure why I don't have it in here.
At the Q3 repay equity loans, is that what that is?
That would be repaying Pioneer Bank for the construction loan for 791 River Street. That had been targeted for the first quarter, but with 791 going kind of off the rails, I decided it was prudent to push it out a couple of quarters. What we're hoping for now is that 791 will get restarted by June 1st and completed by September. Okay, I still am at a loss as to where that gap financing is. It could be I just decided not to show it because we don't have it in hand yet.
$100,000 would cover the 95,969, but then it also will have to be an expense. Is that going to be in Q2?
Yeah, so Q2, maybe Q3, depending on the repayment of that will be the proceeds from the sale of 11 Winnie. 11 Winnie is really close to completion, and we just have to have 2 back decks put on it, and it's done. So we just have to get some more information into the city, so they'll, issue the green light for those to be constructed. Let's see if I have it on. I have this on my math. Yeah, I'm just taking a look at my math, and I don't see the gap financing in here, so I guess I'm not showing it. Let's see, let me go to okay, so I am showing it in my cash flow projections. I'm showing 130,000 from Ameristar, or whoever ends up financing it. And you can see the picture that with that funding, we stay in the black.
There's 80,000, right?
I said 80. I should have said 130. For Ameristar, I kind of decided it's better to have more money than we need than not enough. So I thought I would ask for 130 and see what the response is. And, again, this timing really comes down to a combination of when the next disbursement arrives from Enterprise Community and when 11 Winnie is sold. Pardon me. At least that's what I'm looking at. And I can borrow from payroll if things get too tight, too tight. We'll just have to see how the bills go and the cash flow goes. But that's what I've got for you. Any questions, suggestions?
I figure out how everything works. So.
Yeah, I guess to really understand that budget, you need to see the bank statements and the expenses that the invoices that are in now. It's kind of hard to understand it without some of that background information.
This Ameriprise, is it an unsecured loan?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What interest rate are they charging you?
It's high. I asked for some term for some, pardon me, some loan information from them on Friday, and I didn't receive it. So I'm not sure if they've lost interest. They sounded very, very interested Wednesday, Thursday. And that's why I said, I'm not sure if it'll be Ameristar or, another lender. But Ameristar typically loans money to flippers. So it's high interest money for a short period of time with low closing costs.
Right.
But so I shot an email. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, do you have a copy of your audited statements for?
Well, we have a copy of our unaudited financials that they just haven't completed the audit yet. But we do have those. I can send those to you if you'd like.
When's the last year you have audited statements?
2019.
Oh, okay. You have 18 too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, can I see those?
2018. Do you want to see the unaudited for this year?
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that's good. I mean, 2020 you're talking, right?
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah, yeah.
And for that, the audit is close to being completed. We should have the audited financial statement in. Well, we have to have it in by next Wednesday.
Okay, all right.
So, how do you guys feel about the budget? Are you comfortable passing along a recommendation, or is it too fuzzy?
Go with it.
It's hard to say. I mean, it's not real fuzzy. It's not warm fuzzy either.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, cash
Are we
flow-
still looking at the possibility that Enterprise is going to end up cutting us off? Just no more additional funding. Because that's the only thing that's bugging me is that they seem to be leaning more and more and more towards that trend.
No, I don't think that they're not going to fund us. Anytime I ask them for money, there's always a conversation. Right. So with the community liaison position that he hired for us, it took a conversation with Tanya for me to enable her to understand what the position's about, and to reassure her that the position is going to do what the position calls for and not, become an administrative function for the land bank. So I get into those conversations with her. The next big piece of money is really the Beacon community piece. They did not submit their application in January. And Duncan Barrett tells me it's a combination of reasons, COVID being a factor, and that being a factor for a lot of different aspects. Probably most importantly, because New York State staff has just slowed down like the rest of the world. So they didn't really think that it would be worthwhile to submit an application in January. They're planning to submit one in June. So we'll see, what comes of that. Tanya did tell me, ordinarily the funding was supposed to end June 30th of this year. Tanya did tell me that as long as there's good reason, funding will be extended until the end of this year. And I think that's what most land banks are expecting. So.
Okay.
I'm sorry? Another piece of that budget that it's just not hard enough to put numbers to. I hear that April 1st, the city will come out with its property disposition list. I've got an early version of it. So, obviously I'll have to put some work into that to come up with a plan that makes sense. And that will impact the 2021 budget. But at this point, I have no idea how it will.
I guess everything else looks as well as can be expected right now.
Yeah, I mean, I had the same concerns with cash flow and Tanya's seeming continuing to slow stuff down for us is a concern going forward. But I think the budget itself is even though the substance of it is not great, is as good as we're going to get it.
It's the best guesstimate I could come up with at this time anyway.
I mean, I'm willing to make a motion to approve it.
I can approve it. I think it's just me and you, John.
Yeah.
Hey.
It is. Okay, on the motion,
Aye.
okay, I'm sorry. I hear two ayes. All right, thanks for that. And I don't think there's any action needed on the cash flow. I mean, it's just kind of a report. It is what it is.
When do you anticipate getting an answer from them about the loan?
I'm surprised I didn't hear from him on Friday or over the weekend. Like I said, he sounded really interested in working with us. And I said, please give me a call over the weekend because I'd like to get this information to the finance committee about terms of the loan. And I didn't get anything back. I know he's busy, everybody's busy, so that could be a factor. I shot him an email this morning and haven't heard back, but it was very early this morning.
But it's any day, not weeks. So,
Yeah, oh yeah. And Heather tells me of another resource that she knows about. So I asked her if she could give me that contact information so I can get the ball rolling down two paths instead of just, putting all the eggs in one basket. But if anyone has suggestions, then I'm all ears. Not hearing any. Let's see what's on the agenda. So that's like, that's really, that's all on the agenda. Is there anything you guys wanted to talk about?
I have to go to my 9 o'clock meeting anyway, so
Yeah, no, I know that.
thank you, Tony. Appreciate it.
Okay, so, motion to adjourn.
Sure.
Motion.
Okay,
Second.
okay, all right. Thank you guys, and thank you all for getting here this early.
Okay.
Meeting confirmed for the 31st, the end of the month, right, Tony?
Yes, yeah. So the board meeting is right now scheduled for 6 o'clock Wednesday. And we'll have our annual meeting and our regular meeting. Pardon me. And then after the meetings, Kate and I will be busy completing the uploads to Paris because we'll need the audited financial statement, the annual report, which is close to being done, and the modified budget that you guys just recommended. So once those are posted, we'll be in compliance with Paris.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Have a great day, everybody.
Okay.
All right,
take
happy
care.
Monday.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony?
Yeah.
Did you get my email this morning?
Yes, I replied back. So I'll-
Okay, okay,
I'll-
great.
I'll connect you and do you want that to be a one-on-one, or do you want me to be on the call as well, or however we do it?
I mean, all three of us is good. I mean, you know,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, I'll shoot an email out right now and see when Sharon's available. This is her
Okay,
crazy busy time of the year, but she also she was great to work with, so I'm sure she'll be as accommodating as she can. So,
okay, all right.
but
Was she, what's her background? Was she,
CPA.
oh, she was? Oh, okay, all right, okay.
Pardon me. Yeah, so this is obviously tax season for her, so this is her crazy period.
Right. Yeah, yeah, okay,
So,
all
all
right.
right, I'll shoot something out and yeah, thanks. And I'll also send out the 2 years of audited financials and what's teed up for this year.
Oh, okay, all right. Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks for joining.
All right, talk to you soon.
All right, Albert, enjoy the day if you can.
Take care.
For
Yeah, you
Monday.
too. Take care.